Hello, curious minds! Before we start, grab your favorite mug, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or whatever makes you feel cozy. Wrap yourself in a blanket and just settle in. Let's slow the world down for a moment and talk about something that is both everywhere and invisible: our obsession with productivity. We live in a world that glorifies busyness. Everywhere you look, there is this unspoken rule: do more, achieve more, be more. Social media floods us with these curated snapshots of people seemingly accomplishing everything: launching businesses, working out, meditating, journaling, reading 5 books a week. And suddenly, if we're not doing all that, we feel like we're failing. But here's the secret: this constant chase can actually make us miserable. And it's not just about feeling tired, it's deeper. It can affect our mental health, our relationships, and even the way we see ourselves. Let's go back in time a little. The obsession with productivity isn't new. In fact, it started centuries ago with the idea of the self-made man. Think of historical figures like Benjamin Franklin or inventors who were praised for their relentless work ethic. They were celebrated for sacrificing sleep, leisure, even relationships in the name of achievement. Those stories were romanticized and passed down as examples of what success looked like. Fast forward to today, and modern hustle culture has amplified this on an almost obsessive level. Social media creates a constant comparison trap. We scroll, we watch, and we tell ourselves we're behind, not because we are, but because we've absorbed someone else's highlight reel as the standard for our life. Even in schools and workplaces, output is often valued more than process. We're rewarded for doing, not for understanding, reflecting, or creating. And slowly, over years, this conditioning leads to a mindset where rest feels like failure, and slow, intentional progress feels lazy. And the consequences, they're significant. Burnout is a real epidemic. People push themselves too hard, ignoring signs of stress, exhaustion, and anxiety. Constantly chasing more can erode motivation, reduce creativity, and even makes us feel disconnected from the things that once brought joy. Here's something interesting. Research in psychology shows that the brain actually needs downtime to process ideas and make connections. Without rest, we may appear productive, but we're less likely to have original thoughts, solve problems effectively, or notice opportunities. There's also the trap of overperformance versus self-improvement. Self-improvement is intentional, value-driven, and focused on growth. Overperformance is trying to prove something to yourself, to your boss, to the world, often at the expense of well-being. For instance, think of a student learning music. One practices for the love of music, exploring melodies, experimenting, enjoying mistakes. Another practices non-stop, obsessed with grades, competitions, and approval. The first grows, the second may excel technically but risk losing their love for music entirely. It's the same in life. Growth comes from intention, not from relentless performance. Now let's talk about how to redefine productivity and success. First, reflect. What truly matters to you? Are you working to live or living to work? Are your goals really yours or borrowed from society, peers, or social media? Reflection is the first step toward reclaiming your time and energy. Next, embrace intentional slow days. Walk, read, journal, meditate. Even doing nothing intentionally counts. Your brain uses this moment to recharge, reorganize, and make connections that never happen when you're running on autopilot. Prioritize quality over quantity. Ask yourself which tasks today actually create meaningful results. Instead of filling hours with busy work, focus on actions that matter most. And don't forget celebrating small wins. One step forward, one completed task, one insight. These are the moments to appreciate. Progress is not only measured by giant leaps, sometimes it's the tiny, consistent steps that define growth. Let me give you a few examples. Think about Steve Jobs. He wasn't frantic about doing everything at once. He focused deeply on what mattered, stripped away distractions, and committed to vision, not business. Or Marie Curie, who dedicated her life to science. Her work was intense, yes, but she was understood that need for careful observation, reflection, and patience. True mastery requires time and thoughtful focus, not endless overdrive. Even in the art world, someone like Van Gogh understood the value of deliberate practice. He didn't just paint to fill hours, he painted to express, to understand, and to explore, often in solitude and reflection. On the other hand, so many modern professionals measure their value by business alone. Endless emails, meetings, notifications, deadlines, and at the end of the day, they feel accomplished on paper but depleted, unfulfilled, and disconnected from purpose. Here's another perspective. Your productivity doesn't just affect you, it affects your health, relationships, and creativity. Chronic overwork leads to stress-related illnesses. It strains friendships and family bonds. It can numb your emotional intelligence and empathy. The irony is, in the name of achieving more, we often lose sight of the very things that give life meaning. So, what's the takeaway? True productivity isn't about doing everything faster or longer. It's about doing the right things in the right way, aligned with who you are and what matters most. It's about being present, intentional, and compassionate toward yourself. Here's a few more tips you can try today. Start your day by identifying 3 things that truly matter. Let everything else flow around them. Embrace deep work. Periods where you focus completely on a single task without distractions. Even 90 minutes of deep work is more productive than 8 hours of shallow activity. Allow yourself to take free breaks. Phones and notifications are modern productivity traps. Step away from them. Breathe. Notice your surroundings. And the last point is reflect weekly. What felt meaningful this week? What drained you? Adjust accordingly. The bigger picture is clear. Chasing constant efficiency may feel good for a moment, but lasting satisfaction, creativity, and happiness come from alignment, reflection, and intentional effort. Life is not a checklist, it's a journey of growth, learning, connection, and joy. So, next time you feel the pressure to do more, pause. Sip that coffee or tea, take a deep breath, ask yourself, am I living intentionally or am I being swept along by external expectations? The answer may just change the way you move through your days. Stay curious, take care of yourself, and remember, productivity is a tool, not a measure of your worth. And before I let you go, here's something to think about. What small changes could you make tomorrow to be productive without sacrificing your happiness? Could slowing down, reflecting, or saying no change your life for the best? Thank you for listening and see you in the next episode.